Hello, welcome to Spotlight on Service. My name is Laura Higgs and today is October the 16th, 2025. And I am privileged once again to have Debra Kain with us, who is the president of the Hillcrest Museum here in Service, Manitoba. However, she's here to talk to us about an event that's coming up this fall called Hobbycraft. Welcome, Debra.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
So, the Hobbycraft Sale, can you tell me what it's all about?
Okay, the Hobbycraft, this is its 51st year. And it's gone through a series of community groups. I think it started, I'm not sure, with figure skating, and it's been passed on, and then we ended up taking it. And we've been operating it for quite a few years. So it is basically become a community tradition.
Right, after 50 years for sure.
Yeah, everybody looks forward to for shopping and doing their Christmas shopping. We have vendors come in. Everybody looks forward to what people have created. What new creations is there this year. And the small businesses, what do we have for small businesses such as for example Tupperware or whatever. Small businesses that
Mary Kay,
display
Tupperware,
Mary
spices,
Kay, whatever. So it's
crafting.
And every year is different. And there's new products, there's new things, and so we try to make a little bit different every year. So we have vendors from adjoining communities that come, not just Service community, just Service. So they bring another spice, another bunch of things that we just don't have in this community. So it becomes kind of more like a Southwest area, because you get people from Verdon and from different people that come to it.
And they come not only as vendors, but they come
because
of Hobbycraft.
And they come as buyers.
From all over.
Yeah, they
Melita, Deloraine, they come from all over for this event.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so when and where is this year's event taking place?
It is it's just under a month away. It's November 15th. It runs from 9:30 to 3, and it's at the Service Community Center, or Service Community Hall.
Right.
31 3rd Avenue, for those people who don't know exactly where
Good
it
for
is.
you.
Yeah. There's going to be lunch, which is always a big deal. Soups will be hamburger, borscht, homemade tomato. There's going to be sandwiches. There's going to be dessert, and including pie and pan desserts.
Nice.
And to drink, there'll be coffee, tea, water, and pop. So if you're out and about on November 15th in Service, I'll probably drop in and have some lunch.
Yeah.
You may not have the Christmas shop.
The lunch is reasonable.
Yeah.
And some of the things are very interesting to look at. And some years I go, no, nothing here interests me as far as Christmas gifts or for myself or whatever. But you come for the lunch. I come to visit with people mostly. You know,
and that's
and I think also doesn't things like the Elks sell their calendars?
Yeah, Elks sell their calendars.
And
there's usually the charitable donations for the personal care.
Oh, right, palliative care.
Palliative
care?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Usually they're there,
Yeah.
So there's lots of good
Wonderful.
things. Yeah.
Wonderful. So because we've been hosting this over 5 decades, and like you said, different organizations have taken it over. Can you name some of the organizations? If I recall right, it wasn't Hobbycraft. Started out with figure skating?
I think it was the only one I really know about is the figure skating one. I didn't arrive in this community too, a little while ago, but not enough to know all of the different people that have done it. But figure skating is the one that I know.
Okay.
And the rest, now you'd have to ask Jackie Kirkup. She could tell you that.
Yes. It's too bad she wasn't here. Because I do remember when I first come here, it was another organization hosting it. And I remember when Hillcrest took over.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to remember. So that has to be at least 5 or maybe 8 different organizations that have claimed the Hobbycraft.
Yeah,
right?
there's been quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's been quite a few, but I just don't know them all. But I know there are different community groups, and they passed it around because nobody wants to see it not exist.
Happen. Exactly.
Yeah, not happen.
Exactly.
So last year was our 50th, and we had some special things, and this is our 51st. So we're doing a few more different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's somebody in charge of it who wasn't available tonight, and that's
Tasha Swanepoel.
Tasha Swanepoel.
And I have her information, and as we go through the questions, we can reference how to get a hold of her.
People can get a hold of her and ask her different questions about whatever, or try if they want to get a table out there, right?
Yeah.
Because we only have 1 month, so.
Yes, and if you see further down here, we're pretty full.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's always a waiting list and always somebody cancels, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
you had already talked about the vendors, the different kinds.
Yeah.
But I see here you've got written handmade soaps. Somebody comes in.
Somebody's coming with soaps,
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I understand.
And some
Yeah.
other, like you said, some of the people come regular and some people are gonna be new to the venue.
Yeah, so basically, when you go back to the question, like service community groups have been hosting this event for over 5 decades. The community spirit is the thing that is the reason why.
Mhm.
The kind of vendors, products people expect to see this year. This year is a big mix. We've got some popular vendors returning, but we've also changed our format a little bit, so we have some exciting new ones.
Okay.
And that's like the handmade soaps, the knitted goods, the woodworking,
Ah.
holiday decor. There's always been baking art, jewelry.
Yeah,
But now
it always is.
there's some surprise specialty items that Tasha hasn't even told me about.
Oh, great.
So that's a big surprise. You have to come.
Sure, have to
come
show
and
up.
see. Yeah.
Does it cost to get in? I forget.
It costs, yes, it does. It costs $5 for adults, $4 for students, and preschoolers are free. So students is mainly just your high school or anybody in school. Yeah.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, how many visitors usually attend?
We have had up to 375, 400 people.
Really?
At times, yeah. At different, like that's kind of an average. So some, depending, like if there's a hockey tournament right next door,
yeah.
then they're going to go up.
Sure.
Right? Or
If the weather's bad.
If the weather's bad, it's going to go down. Yeah. So.
But they've had 375 to 400 visitors.
That's kind of
on
an
a regular
average.
basis.
So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it does show that this is a very important.
That is a good turnout for
Yeah.
sure.
And it's definitely a good fundraiser for us. Now this year, if you'd like to subsidize your shopping, and we've offered this in the past, but it's not been well advertised. We have a 50-50 that we're gonna have. So if you want to subsidize your shopping, you might want to take advantage of the 50-50. Just
Absolutely.
come and visit the museum tables. The museum will have a few tables up there, and they'll be selling you your 50-50 ticket. Yeah.
Great.
So I just thought I'd throw that in just in case you're maybe running a little short on your funds.
Well, the organization who's looking after it,
Yeah.
there's a benefit to
Yeah.
the organization that looks after it. Now, being this many years, the Hillcrest Museum, well, certainly if you run the 50-50, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Somebody wins and you guys win.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And there might be a few more draws. We're just in the process of kind of determining. We've got a few people that donated some items that wanted maybe that we could raffle off. So we're going through that right now just to see. So there might be something interesting.
Okay. Might be something up the pipe.
Yeah, exactly.
So, did we talk about what's new or different this year's event?
This year, yes, this year marks a bit of a passing of the torch. We've taken over organizing. Before, in the last few years from the museum was Jackie Kirkup. And she did just a fabulous job. She did. So we're working hard to see if we can come up to the same standard. Yeah, no, she was very good, and thanks so much to her for all her work with the museum and with the Hobbycraft.
Yes.
Yes.
For sure.
So this year, we're adding a few fresh touches. And actually, one of the focus is for us as the museum is we have some museum tables with some things on them. It'll be slightly different.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to, think about historical type stuff, you might want to come visit our tables and.
Yeah, something of interest.
Something
for
of
sure.
interest, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get lots of donations and people, they sign them over to us. And we just can't use everything, we can't display everything. So sometimes there's a few things that we have out that we can offer.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how does this event support the Hillcrest Museum as a whole? We talked about the 50-50 already.
Yeah, the 50-50. So basically, the only expenses for us are the cost of the hall, right? The rest is mostly volunteers that run the thing. So anything that the entry fees would bring in, any of the sales from our table, any of the sales from the tables to the vendors, that all goes back to support the programs at the museum.
Wow.
Not only programs, but it also goes back to support the operations.
Right.
When you look at the hydro bill, sometimes you think, oh, so yeah, it's a big building. It's over 3,500 square feet.
Sure.
We do practice every method we can to conserve over the winter, but it has to be maintained a certain.
Oh,
a certain
absolutely.
temperature.
Absolutely. You've got items in there
Yeah.
that can't just sit out, like, you
That's
can't
right.
just close it up like a cabin,
That's
turn
right.
off the water and walk away. You can't just do
No.
that. There's items in there that need to be.
Yeah, so it is one of the
Yeah.
bigger expenses that we have. Well,
Yeah.
I'd say probably the biggest expense we have.
Sure, sure.
So this year, however, one project that's at the top priority for us is digitization. The museum in their history room has tons, I mean, thousands, literally thousands of photographs and documents, and they are crumbling away. And we are very afraid that we're going to lose those. So we have put into place a project where we're scanning them all in digitally. And it takes a lot of time, it's gonna take a lot of years, but it's, I think, the only thing that we can do to preserve this.
Sure.
Yeah. So we purchased a scanner and a computer, and we've been, with the summer students this summer, scanned in over 1,000 pictures.
Wow.
Right. However, we need to utilize software to put these pictures into something so that maybe someday people can go to our website and they can search. And they can find pictures without having to visit the museum even.
Right.
So some of the digital stuff will be online.
Wow.
So that's a big project, and we've been talking to the Daily Museum in Brandon, and it's a big job.
Yeah. Huge job.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of funding. So a lot of this will go to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, once
Wow.
our operations are satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, the end result is gonna be good. If you have that stuff digitalized,
We aren't gonna lose it.
it's there forever.
Yeah,
It's
we
there
aren't gonna
forever,
lose
and
it.
all that paper that's crumbling, I mean, it's good to have it on display. It's really neat to see the original stuff.
And we'll keep it
Because-
as long as we can, like,
yeah.
as long, we've got, the access-free paper, like, we've got all of the things that we, to
But you
just-
need to,
that we need to, but we just, it's still gonna,
absolutely,
it's still,
definitely. If I wanted to be a vendor then for this hobbycraft, what would I need to do?
Okay, contact Tasha Swanepoel, and I've got her phone number.
Okay.
204-741-0450, or you can email hillcrestmuseum@gmail.com. Also, I just want, as an extra, anybody interested in being a vendor, we also offer something special at the Hobbycraft where volunteers will help them set up, like early in the morning, and tear down.
Oh, will they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
So board members and whoever else we can call in
Yeah.
to help.
So they come with their truck.
Yeah.
It would make it a lot easier for a vendor
Yeah.
who's rented a table from you to back up the truck and have all their boxes
Yeah.
brought in by volunteers and put by their table, make it so much easier.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then take it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help get all those boxes.
It's
back
amazing
to the
how
car.
quickly you can do it, but yeah, we've got to find some volunteers for that.
So that's how people can get involved if they're
Yeah.
not selling.
If they're not selling, they can become a volunteer. They can help us take the entry fee at the door. They can help us do the tear down or the if you're an early riser, you can do the setting
Set
up. And if you like to sleep in, you can do the afternoon and help us tear down.
Right.
And it's the same phone number, 204-741-0450, if you're interested in helping us out, or send it to our email, hillcrestmuseum@gmail.com.
Perfect.
Yeah, so
That's perfect. So why do you think it's important to support local craft makers and events like this?
because it's difficult to travel, right? Traveling is expensive, gas is expensive, and if we should support people in our community, and if possible, try to buy local. I've always been a big supporter of the buy local, and this really brings that down, and it even brings it down to supporting just local Manitoba, basically. These small businesses, as they come from somewhere else sometimes, but it's just the support of the local people. The reason why it started was local, and we're keeping it as local as we can. Though you've sometimes got to bring a few different ones in for variety.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But you're right about that. As our community ages, it's a little harder to, travel at night to get around different places.
Yeah.
The snowstorm, and I was gonna go shopping today, and
Yeah.
they've got everything right here in the daytime.
In the daytime,
To come and shop.
9:30 to 3.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
And it's located November 15th, just in time to shop for
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
And I can say I've always found gifts.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
every time I've gone.
Okay.
So, yep.
So what's your favorite part of the day?
Well, actually, there's a lot of smiling goes on, a lot of visiting, and as you so aptly said, it's a bit of a homecoming, right? We get all of them together, they're chatting, and then people come in just for lunch, and they see people that they had never knew. Oh, you're selling that. Oh, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's really, really. I used to exhibit way back when I used to sell clothing, and it was just the most wonderful event. It was friendly, it was outgoing, the people were smiling, they were happy, there was little kids running around with goodies like the parents had bought them, I think maybe, just for fun. So yeah, I think it's a really good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like.
Yeah, it really adds to the people's social life.
Yeah, like I look forward to coming, right? Even before I was a member of the board. Yeah.
Great. So any final messages for our viewers?
Well, I'm going to say mark your calendars for November 15th. Come and join us for a wonderful day of shopping, food, community spirit. And whether you're a long-time visitor or it's your first time, you're really going to fit in. You're going to have fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when I started exhibiting, way back, when I first joined the community, they made me feel like I was part of it. So,
nice.
yeah. So that's what you get.
Now, is it museum volunteers that are doing the luncheon too?
That's separately, a separate
okay.
person, separate
Group.
caterer. Yeah,
Okay.
separate caterer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wondered about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody volunteers with you, like you had given the address, email address,
Yeah.
and the phone number out, then that's for a specific task that you mentioned, not certainly in the kitchen.
Not in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just so
We
people
are
know
assuming that they're looking after what they
Yeah,
need to look after.
their staff and volunteers or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Okay, like she said, folks, mark your calendars for November 15th. You said 9:30 to 3.
9:33.
Yeah, there you go.
Service Community Hall.
Yeah. Thank you, Deborah, for coming in and sharing that with us.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great rest of your week.